Hey there, it's Kevin Ward, the founder of Yes Masters Real Estate Success Training, helping you get more yeses and more successes in your business and in your life. And today I want to talk about how to do a powerful virtual listing presentation on Zoom. More and more listing presentations are not being done in person, they're being done online, and you can do them over the phone. And I've done many listing presentations over the phone. In person is always best. So if you have a choice, in person is always the best. On video conference is the second best. And the better the quality of that video presentation, the more like in person it is, the better off you're going to be. So I want to give you 7 strategies, 7 ways to make a Zoom listing presentation or virtual listing presentation extremely powerful. Number 1, master the in-person listing presentation, which means whatever you're going to say in person, you got to be able to say online on the video, and you got to master it. Because if you're trying to read a script or read a listing presentation, it is not going to be powerful for you. Now, if you need a great listing presentation, that's what you got to start with. You can get a free copy of my listing presentation with our Agent Power Pack, which is free download. I'll put the link down below so you can get that download and get the listing presentation and the seller pre-qualifying script and all of the stuff that you need to surround that, how to do a CMA, all kinds of great stuff you're going to get in the Agent Power Pack. The link's down below. It's free. You can download that and you'll have that. So number 1, you got to master that. Now, what that means is not only having a great listing presentation, but you want to role play it. Now, I recommend if you're doing role play, in person is best. But if you're not, a lot of my coaching members, they're role playing with other agents all over the country. You can do it on a phone, but when you do it on Zoom, you're actually having the visual, and you can use the visual anchoring. And a lot of people are visual learners, and it's just easier to engage them when it's visual. So you want to role play your listing presentation on video, on Zoom. And the cool thing about it is you can also record yourself, so you can go back and watch yourself, and you can learn, and you'll learn a lot and get great feedback just by watching yourself. And the Zoom, with the cues I'm about to give you, will allow you to really master using Zoom. And you want to role play it because Zoom is an online platform. And if you don't know what you're doing, it looks like you don't know what you're doing. And sellers don't want to hire somebody that doesn't know what they are doing. So you got to look smooth and confident because you practiced. Okay, number 2. So number 1, master the in-person listing presentation. Number 2 is zoom in your camera. Now, if you notice the way I shoot my blog videos like this, just most of my videos, is I'm pretty well zoomed in. My head takes up about a third of the height, or a third or more of the height of the screen. And that's the way you want it to be. You want it to be, and you want to have just a little headspace here. You don't want to be down here like this and doing a listing presentation like this where you're looking up at the camera. You don't want to be looking down at the camera because that way they're looking up your nose. You want it to be just like this. You want it to be at eye level. I don't want to be way back here so that I'm too far away from the camera and I look like a little bitty person. Okay, so you want to be right here in the camera so they can see you. They can see your tonality, see your facial expressions, and it's just much more personal. You want to have a good webcam. You want good lighting in front of you. You can get a Diva ring light. We'll put a link down in the description here for a great Diva ring light that I use. It's right here. So it's just this right here. Now, I don't use this. I have studio lighting, but this is what I used to use, the Diva ring light, Supernova. You can get it on Amazon. It's not cheap, but it's a great investment because it gives you good, soft, quality lighting. Okay, so have good lighting in front of you. Number 3, smile and nod. Engage them. When they're talking, they need to see you engage. They need to know you. And smiling and nodding, it's visual cues that are very powerful to let them know that you're enjoying yourself, to let them know you like them. And people feel more comfortable and they trust people that seem to be enjoying themselves and that like them. Okay, so really powerful that you smile and you nod, that you got a pleasant look on your face, and you don't look like, and you look upset or frustrated or bored. All right, that's the death. Okay, next, number 4, powerful voice. Powerful voice and good audio. So it's really critical when you're not in person that they can hear you well. So you want to have a good internet connection. Your voice has to be clear, articulate, so they can understand you. You don't want to talk too fast. And you want a great microphone. Now, I use a Yeti Blue microphone like this that you can get on Amazon. Again, we'll put the link for this as well below. Yeti Blue microphone. This is a really high quality microphone, and it's not outrageously expensive. but it's really good and you can use it. Now you can use a headset with a microphone and all that, but I like it where I'm not looking like I'm dialed in here. I'll just look like I'm a normal person having a conversation, and yet the audio quality is very, very good. And again, you want to practice with that and do the role play with it so you can record it, listen to it, and see how it sounds. Make sure the settings are correct on it and all of that. So you want a quality mic. You want to make sure you're articulating, and again, test it out. Number five. This is 7. We're going to 7. We're number 5 right now. Number 5, eye contact. When you're doing a Zoom, one of the things is that you're looking at the webcam. So I'm looking at my computer right here. I'm looking at the webcam. When you're looking at the camera, you're looking them in the eye. So when I'm looking at you right now, I'm looking into the camera. I'm looking you in the eye. But if I'm looking down like this, I'm looking at my computer. I'm not looking at them, and it's not eye contact. So emotionally, it feels like eye contact when I'm looking directly into the camera, or right now I'm looking directly at you in the camera. I'm looking at my webcam on my computer right here in front of me. So as I'm looking at it, if I'm looking down here at them on video or myself on the video, I'm looking at them on the computer screen, but I'm not looking at them on the camera. And the key is you want to be looking at them. Now, not always. You can look down and so forth, but you want to be looking up when you talk, ask questions, when you're listening. When you're looking at the camera, it feels awkward. It feels weird, but it's powerful. Great eye contact. Number 6, engage them with questions and repeat and affirm their answers. Now, when you download Agent Power Pack and you get my listening presentation, or if you have the Book of Yes or one of my coaching members, if you're a coaching member, you have my listening presentation. One of the things that makes it so powerful is that it is a question-based presentation, which means it is a conversation. It is not you just trying to wax eloquent and impress them with what all you're going to do for them. It's not just you talking. Because when you're talking, it's very difficult to engage them, right? When you're in a conversation and they're engaged, when you're asking them questions and letting them answer, and you're listening and you're repeating and affirming their answers, and you're smiling and you're nodding and you're showing that you're interested in their situation, you're interested in their motivation, you're interested in what they want, people resonate with that. They love that. That makes them feel like you care about them, because you do. It makes them know that you care. It makes them know that they are important to you. So you want to really engage people, do that with questions and great listening. Again, looking them directly in the eye, into the camera, tells them when they're talking that you're listening, and your mouth is smiling, your eyes are alert and open, and you're watching them. Really, really powerful. And then number 7, and one of the critical things, and that is expect a decision on Zoom. Expect a decision while you're still in the Zoom meeting. In other words, it's a listing presentation. I expect that before we get off this, they have chosen to hire me, and we're going to wrap this deal up right here, right now. So expect a decision on the Zoom. Because what happens a lot of times is if you're not prepared for this, and if you're not prepared emotionally, mentally, and prepared physically on what to say and how to lead them to a decision, then you're gonna get to the end of the conversation. You're going like, well, do you have any questions? Okay, well, what do you guys think? And they're going like, well, yeah, it's good. We're going to talk about it. We'll look over. Okay, well, great. Well, let me know, and we'll follow up, and all this kind of stuff. And you've got nothing. You end the conversation and you got nothing. And if you end that Zoom meeting without a decision, the chances of you getting the listing, the chance of you winning that hire just drop by 50% or more. So you want to go and set up. Now, again, the listing presentation that I train that you can get in Agent Power Pack is a choreographed conversation that is designed to engage them. It is question-based. And the most important thing is it is designed to lead them to a decision during that meeting, during the presentation, whether it's in person or whether it's on Zoom. And when you have that mastered, you can get decisions almost every single time at the listing presentation. In this case, it's while you're on Zoom. So there's 2 things you got to have prepared. Number 1, you got to be mentally prepared, which means I assume that they will decide on the call, on the Zoom meeting. That's just my assumption. I expect them to do that. I expect right now for you to download the Agent Power Pack. I don't expect you to say, I'll do it tomorrow. I'm going to think about it. But the Agent Power Pack is free, so it's a no-brainer. But I expect you to take action on it right now. Why? Because I know that if you don't take action on it right now, the chances of you doing it in the future drop dramatically once this moment passes. Same with them. So I assume they will decide now. So mentally, I'm prepared to get a listing right now. Number two is you got to be then physically prepared, which means you got to have your e-docs, your documentation, your listing agreement, and all the disclosures, all the stuff you need them to sign. You need to have that ready. And because it's on Zoom, it's got to be ready for an e-signature. So if you're using DocuSign or whatever it is, you got to have the DocuSign documents already pre-filled out, ready to go, that you can say, great. So do you have any questions before you're ready to let me help you make this move happen? Nope, we have no questions. Okay, great. Right now I'm emailing you all the paperwork. Boom. And that should be in your inbox now. You guys want to check real quick and make sure that's there. And then I'll just kind of walk with you through that so we can get your e-signatures on it, locked in, and that way I can get to work. Sound good? All right, cool. Check your email. Let's see where you are. And then you literally go with them, get their e-signatures on the listing paperwork while you're on Zoom. It will double your chances of getting the listing and getting the hire. Guys, I'm telling you, technology has made real estate it creates fabulous opportunities for you in real estate, for people that are if they've already relocated, wherever they are, if they don't want to meet, if they're scared, just for convenience. Zoom has become a very, very powerful platform that almost helps you function in your real estate business as if there was no pandemic going around or whatever it is. So master Zoom. If you have questions, if you have comments about Zoom or anything about what we've talked about here, make sure you post the comments down below. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up, go to the Agent Power Pack link in the description and download the free Agent Power Pack. Master it on Zoom, and you're going to win.